Hello, and welcome to Broad Strokes, the show where we render ideas artistically in virtual reality. And what we render are top comments that you folks leave. So, last week's top comment says, draw a black hole as a human being. What would they look like? What would their life look like? So, in order to draw this, we have to break down two unbelievably important factors. The first one being a human being and a black hole. Let's start with a human being and their life. Let's start there. Humans are alive, which is cool. And to symbolize human life, I'm going to use the image of a flame. This is life, this is the light, and this is a representation of everything ever experienced by a human ever. Good, bad, ugly, whatever, it doesn't matter. And I picked a flame because the shape of a flame is the same as the shape of a human life over time. So we start out at birth, we're very small, and then we peak somewhere in the middle area, and then we fade all the way down into death. We go to where the fire is no longer lit. There is no more flame. There is no more light. So we go into death. And so speaking of death, let's just flip the whole board over here. And now we are on death. So the difference between life and death is also the difference between light and dark. And so speaking of dark, let's break down what a black hole is. It's a giant thing in space that is so dense and its gravity is so strong that nothing, not even light, which as we know is one of the absolute fastest traveling things in the universe, cannot escape its permanent death grip. It can't travel fast enough. And because it's so dense, it has the most gravity of anything in the universe, which means eventually all things in the universe will fall prey to it. And once you fall into it, you can't come out. And so, it appears to me that a black hole is very much like death. As you can see here on the Venn diagram, they are both inevitable, permanent, and irreversible. Which means that symbolically, a black hole is equivalent to death. But we are not drawing death. We want to draw a living person who has the essence of a black hole. Which means we need to draw another Venn diagram to know where humans and black holes overlap. Alright, so here's what I have come up with. Mindlessly consumes, relentlessly selfish, places no value on life. So basically just your run-of-the-mill boomer. So, linoleum blocks. Here is my artistic render of your comment that you left, and I appreciate that very much. Again, if you want your comment drawn out, just put it down below and we'll make something happen. So I present to you the black hole walks down the street alone. All the other planets orbit around him, having fun, harboring life, unable to see the black hole, but still keeping their distance. Something compels them to shy away from his presence for as long as possible. And not only that, no living person, planet, object, or anything in the universe can truly relate to or understand the black hole. And so he is always, and will always be, alone. Ah, but he doesn't care. Dumb, ignorant fools, he tells himself. You see, our black hole is much, much older and much smarter than any of the other planets orbiting him. He knows the truth about the mysteries of space and time. He knows the secrets to life, the universe, and everything. And he knows how all the stories end. The sun will die. The universe will die. Life is just death, waiting to happen. He is constantly crushed under the immense weight of his own awareness, trapped. For the black hole is unable to truly experience life. For him to branch out or grow in any meaningful way will only create death for those he interacts with. Ah, but wait, what's this? A rogue planet? A glimmer of hope? Is this a new friend, perhaps? Why, this one's close enough to reach out and touch. Ah, but instantly they are gone. Absorbed into him, just like all the rest. Disappointed, he goes back to staring at the telly, trying to fill the empty void that is his life. He passes the time by playing Final Fantasy X-2 and Sonic 06, a very tortured existence. And this is because darkness doesn't live. It can't live. It doesn't understand life, and has no place in the world of the living. So in its confused and frustrated state, it evolves into a mindless force, without love or compassion, just consuming and consuming and consuming, waiting for the end of the universe, because maybe then he won't be alone. But for now, he is alone, living but not alive, an empty vessel, a waste of space. Now I am become black hole, destroyer of worlds. Oof, not a very happy picture. Bit of a downer, if I do say so. But I do like to end on a happy note, and I have some great news for everyone. The great news is that I've looked into it, and I'm pretty sure that black holes don't actually exist in reality, and the whole concept is just a big misunderstanding. And if you think I'm crazy or dumb, here's a video that I made where I explain how and why I think that. So you can check that out right here in the corner. I've made other videos where I sculpt out people's comments, so hopefully one of those tickles your fancy. At any rate, leave a comment down below of what else you'd like me to sculpt for next week, and thank you so much for watching.